It's Liverpool's Big Hit Station on a Friday morning. We are still joined by a man who I still don't know how you find the time to do half the stuff you do. Release many albums with the Charlatans, solo albums. He's a DJ, listening parties. He's an author, and also as well, we forgot to mention the most important job. You're a dad. I
am a dad. Yeah.
The new album which is out at the moment, Typical Music. Yeah. It is such an upbeat album. And takes you on a real journey. Was this written during lockdown? Because you just released an album, hadn't you, in 2020? Your last solo album. So were these songs put together during the lockdown period?
No, I wrote the whole thing during lockdown. It was all recorded when we had to stand a certain amount of distance apart and we all wore masks. It was kind of quite weird, but it was all recorded. That was my lockdown. Typical Music is my lockdown.
Was it always intended to be a double album?
I always wanted to do a double album. I love The New Sky, the album before. I tried to make it into a double album, but just didn't quite feel confident enough. But this time I had the chance to do it and did it.
Yeah, I mean, I was talking before we started today. It takes you on a real journey. I love albums that do that, where you start and we're singing about the weekend, we're getting all excited, it's upbeat, and then it'll drop down a bit. And there's some absolutely beautiful tracks on there. There's a couple that I've listened over and over again to. Both Sure Enough as well, which is one of the ones that comes to the end. That is an absolutely beautiful track.
And that was the final song I wrote. Yeah.
So today we're catching up. We touched upon it in part one. We're down at Paper Cup Coffee. You've been working behind the counter serving coffees. You've got your own coffee on sale today as well, haven't you?
No, I don't know. It's not my coffee, no. I've just been involved in helping out here.
How did you find out about what they do down here? Because
on Twitter, and then got talking to Michelle, and she was just telling me about what happened to the homeless during the pandemic, and put in hotels, and then obviously when it ended, they had to sort of find accommodation and try to find accommodation and I guess integration with working in the coffee shop and coming in the coffee shop and all that kind of stuff.
Because
so
I think it was last year, wasn't it? I think you donated £500 to put behind it.
Yeah.
But it is an absolutely gorgeous place. And I was saying to Michelle beforehand, I'm ashamed to admit I didn't even really know about it until I sort of come in here today. So I would urge everyone, if whatever you're up to this afternoon at some point, if you're in Liverpool City Centre, it is in Queen Square, just pop in, have a coffee, say hello to Michelle and the team. They do some absolutely amazing work here and raise lots of vital funds. What's next year? I think you've got a big tour across North America, haven't you, with the Charlatans?
Yeah, tickets going on sale tomorrow in America, Charlatans and Ride, which would be great. We last played together in 93, I think.
Wow, so the 20th, well, that's what, 30 years on, isn't it?
30-year anniversary, yeah. But we're doing it in America now. And the tour's called Between Nowhere. We're doing between 10th and 11th, and they're doing Nowhere, so...
Okay, well, the album is called Typical Music. I would describe it as exceptional, extraordinary music, to be honest. It is an album that takes you on a journey.
Thank you very much, that's very kind.
Please go out. I don't want to say go out and stream it, go out and buy it. And I said it every single time we have someone on the show, go and buy the record, don't stream it. But yeah, it's called Typical Music. We're going to play another track from it right now. But Tim, thank you very much for joining us this morning here at Zest Breakfast.
Thanks so much.